Okay, so I'm gonna do my top 10 most disturbing movies ever. Ever. I've seen a lot of movies. I like gore and mostly psychological thriller, gore, paranormal. I didn't even include the paranormal on my list because it was like, what's the point? Number 10, Requiem for a Dream. So I already know so much about these movies that I really don't even need to show you anything. So Requiem for a Dream is about a group of older teenagers. I guess they're about 17 or 18, and they all go into this drug binge. And then you got Jared Leto. I don't remember his name in the movie. Right off, Harry. Yeah. He goes on a binge, heroin. Him and his girlfriend, heroin. Him and his best friend, heroin. They ride down to Florida to try to get heroin, and then, in the end, his mama gets EZT, and she's on a meth bender, and she's old, so it's really sad. That whole story is really sad. And then you got him and his girlfriend. One's fucking for money or heroin or whatever. It could be both. And then the other one gets his arm cut off. So that's number 10 on mine. Requiem for a Dream. Abso-fucking-lutely. It's so sad. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Human Centipede 2. So, if you've ever seen the first sequence, it's like, very European feel. I'm from the South. I'm from South Georgia. Well, I'm from North Georgia, but I've lived in South Georgia for 16 years, so whatever. Anyway, so Human Centipede 2. The first sequence is, like I said, very European. The second was very American and very gory and very deathly and very disgusting. I mean, you got him. I mean, he's doing what they did in the first one where they sewed the assholes to the mouth, but there is no, care about it. He just does it so raw. He rip people's skins off. I mean, there's a scene in the movie where the baby comes out of the lady and she stomps the baby into the ground where the fucking where the gas in the brake is on the car. She stomps the baby under there. Just stomps him because she's trying to get out of there so bad. Definitely a sick ass fucking movie. It's not one of my favorites. Number 10, 9, 8. Okay. Salo, 120 Days of Sodom. I mean, when I watch this, it seems so fucking unreal. You could tell they were acting. But then towards the end, it got, to the point to where it was really real. And it was really disgusting. And it was really sick. It's just not my kind of movie. I like the gore and I like the blood and shit, but I don't like pedophilia. It's not my thing. Never did. But this movie has definitely got to be on the top watch. It's Italian. It's classic. But I don't agree with what they do. Alright, number 7, I Spit on Your Grave 2. So basically, it's the same old woman gets gang raped. She goes back and tortures and kills them all. It's epic. I'd go more into it, but you just have to watch them. All of them. The first one I didn't like. I watched it, I was like, oh. And the second one, I was definitely feeling it. By the third one, alright. Frontiers, number 6. Frontier. So Frontiers is a French movie. It's about a group of kids from France who are leaving the revolution, or leaving the, I guess it's kind of like martial law over there. They want to get everybody into cages, different set. It's like martial law over there. And then they escape from it and go to this country town, and they run into this old time Nazi fuck. This Nazi fuck who's just a piece of shit and keeps these women and has inbred children and kills pigs, and it's all disgusting and shit. The reason I put this on my top is because of the brutality in it. And there's a woman survivor. And she's just so, I mean, it's not your typical horror movie. If you watch it, you'll get where I'm going with this. This is number 6 on my list because it's one of my favorites of all time. Antichrist, number 5. The most disturbing. So in this movie, this man and woman, they're in love with each other. So much in love that in the beginning of the movie, they are making love, and they're, I guess he's a year, maybe 2, falls out the window in the snow. I know that seemed real blasé, but that's what happened. So this baby falls out in the snow, and when they realized what happened, they started going crazy because they realized that, hey, I was having sex while my child died. I mean, what kind of shit is that? So they go fucking nuts. They're like, no. And then eventually they turn on each other, and the guy tries to give her psychological or psychiatric advice, and she turns on him, just going nap shit fucking crazy. She ends up torturing him. He ends up torturing her. She ends up cutting her clit off in the movie, which to me is a very important part of the movie. Like, that's fucked up. When you see that, there's a part of you that falls apart. If you've ever been with somebody and been that much in love, or if you've ever lost a child, you'll know what they're going through. Anyway, number 4, Martyrs. 2008, not the other versions. Basically, this one girl goes in with this other girl, and they love each other so much. This one girl brought her friend in after she had killed a family because this family had hurt her before. Anyway, they ended up trapping them both and ended up hurting her more, and it was some sort of sick fucking cult society of, like, elitist, I guess in Europe, I don't know, elitist somewhere. I don't fuck. I've read about the Luciferian shit. I don't fuck with it. Yeah, that's how it felt to me. Very Luciferian. And then anyways, they wanted people to come out with, basically, it's a sense of enlightenment. Martyrs is about, like, reaching that sense to where you know you're gonna die, you accept it, and you're beautiful while dying. It's a beauty type thing. I got it from the beginning. A lot of people don't get it. It's like, once you die, you're beautiful. So that's, in the end, they melted her skin off, and she was at once beautiful. Anyway, yeah, that's definitely a twisted one. Number 3, Raw. Raw is about a young girl going to college at a vet school, and so she goes, and her older sister had been there before, and she went through the thrush part, which was thrush, all these words thrown at me all the time. The rush, which was a couple weeks of intense partying, you know, sacrificing, just things that you would expect. And then, like, she got this hunger one day to start eating raw meat after she had eaten, what was it? It was a squirrel or a rabbit? I don't remember what it was, but it was something. It was some raw, and after that, like, something sensed in her body. It was a genetic thing with her sister and her father. Anyway, throughout the whole movie, she's eating people, like, so much point to where, like, you can't watch it anymore. It's just, like, it's raw. That's definitely my number 3. It's mine, not anybody else's but mine. Number 2, Melancholy Dared Angle. So, this movie is very poetic. Absolutely poetic. One of those movies that I would watch while completely sober, which I did, which I'm glad I did. Like, this is one of those movies where you don't want to watch when you're fucked up. You want to be able to ascertain every single aspect from it. Not just the bad parts, but the good parts, the poetry, This movie is 2.5 hours long, or 2 hours long. It's long as shit. You don't want to... It's bad. But this is definitely one of my favorite movies ever made. Absolutely. A lot of these movies I can't say I'll watch twice. This is one of the ones that I can't wait to watch again. I just watched it like 3 weeks ago, so I'm going to give it another 2 weeks, 3 weeks before I watch it again. Definitely one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Alright, number 1, for the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. Serbian film. All I'm gonna say is that don't watch it. Somebody said that to me and I watched it anyway, and then by the end of this I was feeling like disgusting, like just because I had watched it. Like it was okay. My job is to tell you what this movie's about, so I'm going to tell you. So a porn star goes in trying to make more money than what he's used to, blah blah blah. These weird elite guys sign him up for some crazy shit. So I'm not really getting like why it's so bad at first, and then like they go into like he starts fucking a corpseless head, he cuts this bitch's head off, he starts doing some crazy shit. I mean, and then they did the newborn porn scene, and that's when I cut it off. I couldn't watch anymore.